I'm like, this is it. This is the formula right here.
Yeah. So let's back up a little bit though. Before that, you dropped the Bronx Style Blueprint, and the Blueprint basically kind of like went viral, right, all throughout the world in a way that just changed everybody's state of mind of how to approach this dance correctly, right? Because I remember at that time it was a lot of cats don't even know about the dance and how it became, and you Rocksteady was doing that in the 90s.
I wanted to drop a dope instructional. There was only, I mean, they call it the only real instructional because of the brothers that's on there, and I think it's dope and it's a valid reason, but it was still a little basic. You understand what I mean? 6-step and chair freeze and basic top rock. I wanted to do something that people could build on. You know what I mean? Like, forget a 6-step. Let's just stay in one position right here. Bicycle pumps. Let's look for extensions. I wanted to teach in a way that I taught, and that was by opening up minds and looking for possibilities and stuff like that, and going deeper than just 6-step, baby freeze, basic top rocks. You understand? What I've never taught a 6-step in my life. I would like teaching 6. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's saturated. You don't want to teach 6. Right. You want to teach the concept of leg steps. You want to break out of that mold of breaking and circular. You know what I'm saying? So because in a way, I mean, Rocksteady, there was like panel discussion. That's how they were getting the education out in the 90s, right? And then even early 2000s and all that. But I think for you used internet as a way to reach throughout the world, right? Internet quick. I mastered the internet quick. I saw all the possibilities with it. You know what I'm saying? And so did Wiggles.
Wiggles.
Tails a lot. Wiggles did a lot of stuff that I was like, oh shit, this is the move. I gotta do this too. He's doing it with the popping. I gotta do this with the breaking. Like, for instance, Wiggles was the first cat to put like his own clips on the internet. A lot of people don't know that before there was a YouTube and everything. And the only thing is that back then, bandwidth was expensive. So Wiggles clips were pay-per-view. You had to pay to see it. But that was because of the bandwidth problems of the early internet. And I remember, I don't want to say no names because I don't want to get nobody in trouble, but there's this dude that he's kind of like a hacker, And he's from the b-boy community, from the b-boy world, you know what I'm saying? And I went to him and I told him, I want to be able to like put videos out and not have people pay for it. You understand? But not worry about bandwidth. So he was able to take my videos and like backdoor them in like corporate websites and give me a link. And people was able to watch videos for free. So if I am not mistaken, I had the first free video on the internet, long before there was a YouTube. Because before that, Wiggles was the first one, and then immediately a company came out and started hiring D-boys to do like 2-minute clips, 3-minute clips that would be free for everybody to watch, but they just have to watch a commercial or something. And that's how B-boys was generating money. You know what I'm saying? At that time, I know Wiggles was a part of that. I know Remind was also a part of that. I was a part of it, but I quit because it was hard for me to get original music. You couldn't use regular breakbeats. You had to have original music. So that was the second phase, and that's when I went to this other cat and was like, yo, you know what? Because he helped me and because it was groundbreaking, I'm going to drop his name. Fuck it. Maybe I won't get him in trouble. But it was Erwin from B-Boy World. I went to Erwin from B-Boy World on Messenger, and I was like, yo, I want to be able to put up video clips on the internet, but not pay for, bandwidth and stuff like that. I want people to be able to see my shit for free. He was like, I got you. Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying?
Word. So Blueprint, you use your internet to reach the world. A lot of new generation at that time. I think it was like what, early mid 2000, right? I would say.
Blueprint dropped in 2004.
Right. So
I was
So
finished with Bronx Style by June. I was finished with Bronx Style, but I didn't put it out yet. I felt something was missing. I didn't know what was missing. I kept watching the video over again, and I was showing it to people, and they was like, "Yo, that's dope," shit like that. And then I went to Arizona to teach, and one day I remember my homegirl Low Rock was there. I just looked at her and said, "I'm gonna drop an instructional." I said, "That's what's missing. That's what's missing on Bronx Style. I'm gonna drop an instructional." And she was like, "You're gonna put an instructional on the Bronx Style?" And I'm like, "No, I'm gonna do a double DVD. Bronx Style, the Blueprint." And I went with the Blueprint because I always used to dispute the word foundation. Those days, especially Rocksteady, they were dropping that term a lot. But I thought it was unfair because basically foundation is anything that where you start at. If some little kid in France, starts breaking and the first thing he sees is an air chair and he starts developing his air chair first and foremost, guess what? That's that kid's foundation. You can't say it's not foundation. It's that kid's foundation because that's what he started with. So I used to always dispute the word foundation, and the popular phrase in those days was, especially with Rocksteady, was you can't build a solid house if you don't got a strong foundation. And my rebuttal to that was, well, long before the construction workers come out and, lay down the cement for that foundation, some architect had to draw up the blueprint. And so that was my rebuttal. And I was like, that's what it is I teach. I don't teach foundation. I'm teaching the blueprint before the construction starts. Long before it starts. I'm coming over here from the artists and the engineers and you know what I'm saying?
Before all that, right.
Plumbers working together to get one big solid house. It ain't just about that one layer of cement under the ground. You feel me?
Right. And yeah, I mean,
softly, that's Joints in the house. Joints, I was talking about you earlier.
Yeah. So Blueprint Pop, because at that time there was a lot of videos passed around, right? Videos is like a big thing back then. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. You had Style Elements, video, then Crumbs, drop his shit.
Wiggles always drop his joint.
Wiggles dropping something on the regular.
His what dropped a lot of stuff back then too was 7 Gems, right? He had 7 Gems going.
Yeah, Wiggles was part of 7 Gems. He dropped the 7 Gem video. Oh, the whole video game started with Bootleg Betty. That was the first. That's the root of it.
Right.
Bootleg Betty.
Right. No doubt. And then, so yeah, Blueprint.
A lot of people know this, but I know the new generation don't know this, but Bootleg Betty was Crazy Legs.
Yeah, shouts to Legs for, he
that
put a lot to the game, you know what I mean? Like, straight up.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Wiggles, Legs started the market. Wiggles showed us how to make it practical. You know what I'm saying? And then the world carried on, followed suit. And that's dope.
Yeah, entrepreneurship, man. You know what I mean?
Also, we got to shout out, because they were pioneers in the video game, too. Shout outs to Asia One and Easy Rock. Easy Rock was doing, like, groundbreaking video editing shit. Where,
Yeah.
Like...
B-Boy Summit. Shouts to B-Boy Summit.
Yeah, when nobody was doing computer work. You know what I'm saying?
Stay tuned for B-Boy Summit 2019. Shout to Adrian.
Even the Best Kept Secret, when you look at the Best Kept Secret, I made that with 2 VHS and a karaoke machine.
Damn. Now you got Photoshop Pro and everything.
I did that with 2 VHS and a karaoke machine.
Yeah, design back then for the videotape was pretty dope. It was a lot of writers and you know, did the video covers and all that. So especially Wiggles, like Wiggles, his joint's always on some writing joint. You know what I mean?
Breakaway videos and especially the breakaway videos. I was a fan of the breakaway videos. I thought that was dope because long before there was a strife, you have Mr. Wiggles Breakaway video magazine. And it was Wiggles traveling the world and putting the camera in the spotlight on other cats that people didn't know about and giving them shine all over the world by distributing that video all over the world. The breakaway videos were ahead of their time. If you look at Strife and everything they doing now, you know what I'm saying? And what Cats is doing now, and go back to the early 2000s and look at all the breakaway videos was ahead of its time. In fact, it still is ahead of its time. Breakaway should be like an actual show. Like it should be on the Red Bull channel or something. Like, they should really holler at Wiggles and have him bring that back. The same name, even the same font, logo and shit. Like, dead ass. Right. The Breakaway video magazine was dope because he put a lot of people on the same playing field as him. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Cats is walking around and being superstars and stuff and being worshipped by these kids, and Wiggles was like, whoa, these kids is dope. Let's put the spotlight on them. You know what I'm saying? And started showing Cats to the world. First time I heard of Kuski and Floor Rock went through a breakaway video. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, yo, that's one mean fucking Las Vegas Mexican and one funky ass Cali cat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See that and experience that through breakaway.
Yeah, it's about putting cats on, you know, and that's what I love about Wigs, you know.
Yeah, let's start a petition, man. Let's get Mr. Wiggles Breakaway like on a Red Bull channel,
Word.
Or on a paid YouTube TV channel or something. He should get his own Breakaway, maybe even a Netflix series. You know what I'm saying? Wiggles, we got to bring that back. Bring back Breakaway.
So you drop Blueprint and then Art of Battle, right? Another game-changing joint. Like the first book for breakers, B-boys and B-girls, you know? So tell us about how that process came about.
Like I said, it's the first original B-boy book for B-boys, by B-boys, about the most important element of B-boys. Don't get me wrong. There's another B-boy out there that's written a book before. But basically, he just told his story, you know, coming to New York and meeting these people, which was kind of dope. But, you know, I didn't want to tell my story. I don't think my story was ready to be told yet. You understand what I mean? Now it's time to tell my story. Now Cats is understanding Alien Ness and want to know more about Alien Ness. Now it's time to tell my story. But back then, I wanted to do something that B-boys could benefit from. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, business-wise, thinking I want to put out a product that's going to sell forever. You understand what I mean? When people put out a product, they don't think long range. You know? They might think of what's in style at that moment or what's the fad at that moment. But nobody really ever comes to say something like, what can I bring that's going to last forever? You understand what I mean? And that's my answer to that was the Art of Battle, because there's a B-boy being born every day. And every event, there's at least one B-boy that's battling for the first time ever. You understand? And every single one of them B-boys have one thing and one thing only in mind. And that's to blow up, be good at what they do, win battles, get famous, make money. So you know what? I've been successful at it, and I'm not all that. Maybe I can inspire people. You know, like, you don't gotta be all that. You just gotta be smart. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, that's what I wanted to do, and I think I did a good job with that. You know?
Yeah. Shouts to you, man.
Yeah, not too big, not too small, not too complicated. A lot of people always ask about the caps. I'm gonna say it right here now. I wrote the whole book in caps for easy reading. If you look at children's books, they're all in caps. If you look at the early years of subtitles on movies, they're all in caps. If you look at your comic books and your graphic novels, they're all written in caps. The reason why? For easy reading. When I wrote this book, I wasn't thinking about us. I was thinking about cats in Japan and India and all these different countries that could barely speak English. I'm going to make it as simple, big font, capital letters. If I got to go Dr. Seuss on niggas so motherfuckers can understand what I'm dropping, then I'm going to go Dr. Seuss on niggas. And that's what I did. But when the only thing that people could really complain about is fonts, you know the product is bomb.
Yeah, I mean, to this day...
that people could talk about is the caps, you know the product is the bomb. Stop fronting, y'all. Come get it.
Yeah. I mean, to this day, the art of battle is still in demand, you know?
Yeah.
You basically sold out a lot of stuff.
This April is its 10th year.
See? And on some entrepreneur type stuff, right? So this for the new generation is nowadays everybody's getting sponsored.
That was self-published as well.
Right. Nowadays, you know, everybody getting sponsored, but they don't know how to monetize themselves with products. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing, like, you was already doing that, just say 10 years ago. And so you found your product was Art of Battle. I'm sure you're going to have more products coming out soon, right?
Yeah,
you're working on it.
I got a few things that I'm working on. I really can't speak about everything. You know?
Right.
You know, there's always
right.
there that's going to move faster than you, that got the money and the funding to do things. So I really don't like to drop a lot of stuff, but y'all get ready for everything. Is some projects going on, you know what I'm saying? I'm working on something real soon for Netflix International. Be on the lookout. I'm not going to give the specifics, but be on the lookout for a board game too. MZK official shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, there's always something going on. The alien Ness mind is always grinding. I'm always grinding.
Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah, 2019.
Shout to Prevail. What up? Put your house straight, bro. Yo, one thing about MZK, we always clown each other, man. So that's something y'all gotta get used to, because that's why we laugh all the time when other crews or somebody else clown on us, right? We're like, we clown each other.
We don't talk about things. I'm dedicated to cats all day.
We be dropping jokes on each other, like, yo. But so yeah, man. I mean, that's the spirit of the game. So Art of Battle, you always rep. You know what I mean? Shouts to Rush. What up?
Rush.
Damn, that's...
This is the newest one.
Yeah. So let's talk. We have 15 minutes, Ness. I want to speak on some of your trials and tribulation. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, a lot of cats would think, yo, Ness, you know, he's an OG, you know, change the game, boom, boom. But there's a lot of trials and tribulation along the way. You get what I'm trying to say?
I didn't go through trials and tribulations. Maybe I had a few more than wanted or needed. You know, whether it was like drugs or running around with the crowd or the surgeries, you know, going through depression after the surgeries.
Your hip, right?
Yeah, both hips. But the depression part came from the downtime, being away from the game. You know, I went from being on tour like every other weekend to, you know, just being home all the time on crutches or a walker. It was real depressing, you know. I remember going to one of the dopest jams in Texas. It was called Bleeding the Block in Austin, Texas by Rudy Rex. Man, that was the first time that I didn't feel depressed because I got out to the jam. I went in my crutches, my boot, climbed up those thin, narrow stairs to the venue, you know, and stood in a little corner all day, vibing by myself. But I was able to get out there and vibe, you know, and that's when I started coming out the slump. Like, yo, my injury shouldn't have to keep me from, you know, moving around and stuff. So I started teaching again. I went out to Taiwan. I was with my brother Aya. I was on crutches. Taught one of the best footwork classes in my life. You understand what I mean? But I had to get out of that slump, that depression of just being down. You know, especially when I'm a cat that was first to blast, last to dash. You know, when you're first to blast, last to dash, and then all of a sudden, you know, you can't even shoot blanks now, you know, because you're down. It was real depressing for me, you know? And at the same time, far away from home. You know, I was in a new area where I hardly knew anybody, so it was even depressing and isolated. I was like lonely too. You know what I'm saying? But it gave me time to focus on other things that I like to do, like paint. I got a lot of my art done. A lot of time on my motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? Basically that. Trials and tribulations, we could talk about that for hours. We don't got enough months in the calendar, you know, to cover all the trials and tribulations. But it's a part of life, man. It's what makes us. You know, we are nothing but the effect of our choices and our experiences. You know what I'm saying? So whether they're bad choices or good choices, bad experiences, it's what makes us. So, and I don't regret anything because it's all part of Ness. It's all a lesson. You got to look for the lesson in everything. There's a lesson in everything. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, there is a lesson in everything.
I call it trials and tribulation. I call it back to school. Get some time
I feel you.
Go back to school and learn some shit, pass a test or fail a test, you know, and then carry on, basically.
Right. You got any advice for the new generation? You know, we're in an era of, you know, the big different sponsors and the big events and all that. Do you have any advice for them and how they can succeed in what they're doing, you know?
I mean, basically, I'm not going to give away no secrets, and I'm not going to try to say something to make me sound, you know, or intellectual. Anything I can say has already been said, either by me or by a million other, you know, well-known B-boys. But just keeping it real, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't let nobody try to dictate how you do things, how you live your life, how you talk, how you express yourself. Niggas been trying to censor me and because I don't filter myself, because I have no filter, I don't get gigs and jobs and stuff like that, like the next man. But the next man might have all the jobs, but at the end of the day, I still have all the legacy. And that matters more to me. You know, and part of that legacy was me being myself. So that's basically the best advice I give people, man. Be yourself. I say it at the end of every episode of, you know, of If These Floors Could Talk. Be yourself and find yourself by yourself, because it ain't fun being by yourself. You know what I'm saying? And do what you got to do. Just dance like Ness is watching. You know?
Right. How can people reach you? I know how, but you know, you gotta let people know. How can people reach you if they wanna? You have answer or even like personal, you know, b-boy development or b-girl development.
Anything. You got the Facebook page, and that's Alien Ness, International President, Mike MZK Worldwide. They're like history lessons and stuff like that. You could just go and post them there. I like people to post them instead of sending me private messages, because that lesson, more people could learn from it. You know, so when people want to ask about history, I write back to them. I tell them, yo, ask the same question on the page, and I explain why, you know, so everybody could read the question. Everybody could either learn, or maybe somebody reading could even give more information than what I'm giving, things of that nature. So the Alien Ness Facebook page is the best way. Private messages is cool about anything, not just breaking. You know, I'm an advocate for helping people. You know, mental health is a motherfucker. People go through depression. People go through psychological, mental, emotional abuse. I've been through all that stuff. I'm still living. I'm still smiling. I still got family, been there, done that. The only thing I could do with my experiences, instead of cursing them out, use them to my advantage or use them to other people's advantage, so people could reach out to me for anything they need help in. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, life, heartaches, you know, school, whatever. I'm there. As long as it's something positive, you know, as long as you know that we're gonna get to a positive outcome, if you know that in the heart, then it's going to work. Just reach out to a brother. Sometimes all you got to do is reach out. And sometimes it's easy to talk to somebody you don't know personal or don't see everything.
Word.
So I get a lot of messages from cats who are scared to talk to their friends or their family. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always available for that. Of course, Instagram, y'all can come to the page and watch all the funny memes and pictures of my bike.
Ness 4, right? At Ness 4.
Yeah, but the best way, at Ness 4, the number 4, but the best way is the Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Facebook page is Alien Ness, International President of MZK.
Yeah,
That's
and
search for that.
Not one person in the world will ever say, or can ever say, I reached out to Alien Ness and he didn't answer. I respond to everybody. If I don't respond to you right away, give me time. Maybe it's a lot of, you know, messages. Maybe I'm on the road. Maybe I'm with the fam. But I respond to every single person. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Even a genius asks questions.
Word. Yeah, man. So if heads out there, you know, your head's not on straight, reach out to Ness. Ness about to have these therapy sessions.
That's your therapy, my brother.
And
nothing y'all been through could be that bad. You understand what I'm saying? We tend to focus too much on the bad. I'm guilty of that too. And we lose track of everything that's good in our lives because we stressed out over the bad. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes even a distraction helps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, or if cats want to get some tips or...
Omar, MZK. And anybody that want to be down with MZK, all you got to do is send Omar a check for $5,000.
PayPal.
Yes. Omar from Texas, the national president of Mighty Zulu Kingz, is selling memberships.
Yo, so yeah, I mean, just hit up Ness, you know, to get your development, you know, Breakin. Yeah, that's just key stuff, man. Like, honestly, Ness, like, you really, like, never, like, taught me, but your stories and all that, you know, we talk, like, bro, it's, like, inspiration in your videos, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure everybody, I think the only thing I remember you taught me the wiggle back, you know, the footwork, how you, like, I remember that was dope. But everything else was inspired by, you know, Blueprint, Bronx Style, your story.
It's just coexisting together. That's the best lesson. Just coexisting. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I say you got to sometimes connect with the source. I might not be the source of Breakin', but you know what? I'm still one of the real Bronx niggas left that still do Bronx shit. You know what I'm saying? There's not too many of us. You know, I'm still in the... All your favorite Bronx B-boys, they don't even live in the Bronx anymore. I ain't saying.
Yeah, and yeah, you right there with a lot of the original, you know what I'm saying? With the original Zulu Kingz as well, Pow Wow, you know, Charlie Rock, you know, you name it. Ahmed.
Charlie Rock, Ahmed Henderson's, it's still my advisors. I still come to them for advice. You know what I'm saying? They come to me. Charlie Rock still comes to me when I need to, like, chill. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, those are the OGs, right? Those are OGs.
Yeah.
Like, straight up, Black Spades, straight up, right? those are OGs. Like, Zulu Kingz came out with Black Spades, you know what I mean? So, technically, we're kind of like baby spades. You know what I'm saying? Technically.
I mean, almost all the original Zulu Kings are baby spades.
Right.
Including
Right.
them, Bada was a baby spade as well.
Right. Yo, Ness, it's an honor always. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to everybody. I'm going to share this joint. A lot of gems is dropped.
Keep doing this show, man. I've been keeping up. I've been watching all the interviews and stuff. One of my favorite ones, of course, is Asia One. And I like
no doubt.
Oh, too. That was dope.
Yeah, we're going to get Asia on once B-Boy Summit get around. You know what I mean? So we can start talking about that and all that. But shouts to everybody. It was good. You know what I'm saying? Hit up Alien Ness on his Facebook. Watch out for Ness. Dropping a lot of stuff in the near future.
And still dropping. As a matter of fact, when I finish this, I'm going to upload another episode and drop it. I'm sorry, I've been mad busy, so I've been slow with the If These Floors Could Talk. But I give y'all my word. As soon as this is over, I'm going to jump on my computer. I'm going to upload another episode of If These Floors Could Talk and take y'all.
No doubt.
I'm going to take y'all to Pro-Am 2001 with my homegirl, Lady Jules. So go check that out. If These Floors Could Talk, it should be on the page by morning.
All right, y'all. We out. Peace. Salute.
Peace.